From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the New Orleans Saints. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And no return here to start. It's a fair catch, and they will set up shop at the 25. Ritter looking to put it up right away. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Injury on the play, and that's the last player you want to see hurting, the quarterback, Desmond Ritter. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
First down, Bridgewater. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be second down. And you look at this Saints defense. They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try to run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
That one good for 26 and a first down. Back to throw, Ritter. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Sticking with the passing game. Here's Ritter again. Flush to his right. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Well, it looked like they marched to the end zone. Has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Ritter throwing on third down. That's complete to Slayton. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Here we go. 70 Timberwolves. Go.
On first down, Harris. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Off the play fake, Harris. Flushed out right. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. The Saints at 7-1 now on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Griffith. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Back to throw again. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Giants will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Ritter will set up to throw it. Steps away to his left, and he's left with no option here but to throw it away. You look at the Saints' defense. They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Watch out now, 50 series.
Here's Ritter. Throw is incomplete. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Looking to throw once more. Here's Ritter. He's going to find his tight end, Gray, complete. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will make it 6-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Off play action. Harris. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. At that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 44 yards rushing for him now in just his first 3 carries. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this is incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 10.
60 Bison, Warriors 70, 60 Maverick, 60 19 Chargers.
Off the play fake. Harris. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And now off to the races down the right side. And the Giants are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play.
Let's go. Check pick. Check, huh?
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can clear.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Tyquan Thornton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line.
Shut up. 70 Timberwolves.
Harris now throwing after the interception. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
19 Lions.
Here's Harris to throw on 2nd down. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the 1st half.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
To throw is Harris. On 3rd down. Hard throw, incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon, as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this 1st half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the 2nd half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown, but incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Jalen Waddle deep to return it. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done, and for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Giants are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Ridder with it after the play fake. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. To the air again, it's Ridder. A throw right side taken in by the tight end Gray. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Forced out to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Ridder going to change it up. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Steps away. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Lutz is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here's 3rd and 6.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Trap 60, trap 60.
Operating from the gun, Harris. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That gain on third down, good for 28. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run left with Pollard, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Off play action, Harris. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Harris throwing on 4th down. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Giants are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
Here we go, here we go.
Ritter on 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And some room to work. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt to kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Ritter to throw it. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. 2nd and 10.
Slide through.
Ritter back to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Ray certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Another throw coming up here for Ritter. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Ritter. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. Here's a diving catch right side. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
Let's go now.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
70 Lions, 79 Broncos. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Throwing again. Harris. And this one is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Dragon 60. Mustang 19.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Harris. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
70 Timberwolves. 60 Bearcats. Panther 11. Panther 11. Go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Giants are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Working from the gun, Ritter. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Ritter now. Buying time to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Back to throw, Ritter. They'll get this out to Kamara, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Ritter will set up to throw it. Gets this into the hands of Gray, the tight end. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. Off the play fake, it's Ritter. Being chased out left. Ritter slides down, and he has enough for the first. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Flushed out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Chase Young in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
22 middle.
On second down, Kamara. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Waddle, the motion man right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans. Rolling along here in the third quarter. 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. That's dumped off to Pollard. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 18-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Harris off the play fake. Touchdown! Jalen Waddle, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And oh, it's blocked. And the Giants have got it. Does the big boy have the juice? That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time.
Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Chris Godwin, 75 yards. And the Giants are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Lutz good on the extra point. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Cup 19, Cup 19.
Harris now looking to throw on second down. And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Hurry, hurry.
Here's Harris. Off play action. Dancing to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Okay, ready?
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They get this out quickly to the left side. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And now they're in the hurry-up.
18 rattle.
To throw is Harris on 1st and 10. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Buffalo 18.
Back to throw. Harris. That one into the hands of Toney downfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. He'll buy some time right. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Out of the gun to give to Pollard. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Okay, break.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Blue check. Ready?
Again, it's Kamara. There he goes right side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 56 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Ridder with it after the play fake. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Let's go.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Switch, yellow.
Going play action, Ridder. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And the Saints are going to get it back here just past the 35. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Here we go,
second down and 6 now.
Dragon 60.
Operating from the gun, Harris. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On third down, it's Pollard. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Oh, this one, they need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Off play action. Harris steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1 yard line. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Trenton Simpson, well, he just flew in there to drop him.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even giving up a defensive touchdown.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And the Giants send out their punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half is...
And now here's another interception.
Daxton Hill picks it off. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Ready, ready.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right?